I'm continuing my cruelty-free dupe of all of the big designer makeup trends that are coming out for spring 2011, and today I'm doing Chanel, the look for spring 2011. On the runway, the look was a lot darker, like a dark black smoky eye, so I might still do that version, but this is the promo picture that I'm recreating today. It's got a lot of pearly colors, so pearly black gray, pearly white, pearly pink, and then it has some corals, so like a coral blush like I have today, and then kind of a coral pink lip is what's in the photo, so that's what I recreated today. And it's just using all vegan, cruelty-free products, really affordable, so you guys can all create the looks with me. And I'm just going to read through what the collection is about, so you guys can get a little idea of what inspired the colors for this tutorial. It says, Gabrielle Coco Chanel believed the light-reflecting property of pearls enhanced a woman's natural beauty by bringing a delicate luminosity to her skin. Peter Phillips, global creative director of Chanel Makeup, captures this quality in a radiant spring 2011 collection, Les Pearls de Chanel. And we are trying to dupe this particular palette, and the palette actually costs $65. So what I'm mostly using is the e.l.f. 100 eyeshadow palette. So if you have that, I got mine on sale for $5, but it maybe costs like $10 for 100 eyeshadows if you get it full price. And then I used one other NYX shade, which is just Geisha, which is a white pearly color, and that was $4, so you maybe spend $15 on eyeshadow. So that's already like $45 less than the Chanel. And of course, if you have to consider like lipstick and stuff like that too. I'm just using Party Pink from e.l.f. Mixed with Blissful Berry Conditioning Lip Balm. This was like $3. This is like $5, so that's $8. And I use this as my highlight. So essentially, you can create this whole look for under $30. You know, not including your foundation and powder, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's a really, really affordable way to follow the trends while still following your ethics and your morals, and you can look just as pretty as the models. So I hope you guys like the look, and stay tuned if you want to learn how to do this. First off, we're going to start with our e.l.f. Mineral Primer. This is vegan, and it works really well, and it's only $3 on eyeslipsface.com. Just need a little bit to do ya. Okay. In this look, the eyes are going to be very soft, and not too harsh at all. This is a very soft, feminine, pretty look. Very natural looking, not over the top. This would be good for a date or whatever you want. Good for daytime. I'm going to use a little tiny flat shader brush like this. This is from Eco Tools. I'm going to go in with that pink color in the inner corner. We're going to go about halfway in. I'm going to pull out the old trusty beauty encyclopedia from e.l.f. This is the Sparkle Eye edition, and we're going to be using the bases in that. This is very messy, I'm sorry, but we're going to use this sparkly pink base, and we're going to use this white kind of pearly base in this look, and these are vegan as well. You see that? This is just going to help our shadow stick a little better. And you can apply a little bit underneath too if you want. Now we're going to apply the creamy white shade, this one right here, to our brow bone. Just with our finger. This is going to keep everything nice and pearly looking, since that's the focus of the Chanel Spring 2011 collection. Okay, now we're going to work on putting the pink in our inner corner and down below a little bit. And we're going to do it a little bit up in here too, because we're going by the picture. I'm going to mix 2 shades of pink together to match the one in the Chanel collection. And I'm just using my e.l.f. 100 eyeshadow palette. I'm going to blend out, I'm going to mix together these 2 shades, so this one and this one. And I'm just going to use my Eco Tool flat shader brush to do so. I find that these kind of flat brushes really pack on color really nicely, especially when you're using cheaper eyeshadows like these. So just mix them equally together. And we're just going to pat that on into half of the eye. And I will have pictures at the end to show you guys a little bit better what this looks like. But it's a very pretty look. And then just down a little bit. Just going to do a bit of this warmer pink shade right above, and we're going to put that up here, up to our brow, just a little lightly. Nothing too dark. Just use that same brush. And we're just going to blend it up. In a little bit in the crease. In the center part and in the highlight, we are going to use NYX's Geisha. It's just a sheer white pearly color. And I'm just using the e.l.f. concealer brush to do so. You can use whatever you want. Just get it in the center part of the eye. Taking the e.l.f. contour brush, which is just, a flat angled brush, and we are going to put that geisha color on our highlight. Alright, I did this side already. I'll show you how I did it. I'm just using this shade right here. It's just a dark black gray color, and we're going to use that with our pencil brush and apply it to the outer portion of the eye, the outer V, and blend in a little bit. And don't worry about getting this part perfect. We're going to blend it out with the blending brush. This is just more about applying color in that area right now. Okay. Take your blending brush, just any fluffy blending brush will work. This is the e.l.f. Mineral one. And we're just going to blend it up and in a little bit. Blend it into the eyelid too. And I am just going to blend a little bit of this blue-gray color into the center, just to give it a little bit of a highlight, kind of unique touch. But you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Just a little bit. Just kind of contours it in a little bit more. Okay? The closest color I could find in this palette to that purple would be this purple right here, this burgundy color. So we're just going to use that on the bottom lashes. I already tried this with a different purple. It didn't really work, so we're just going to put this on top of that one. And it should be the right color. Oh yeah, that's already better. Because it is a warm purple, but it's not quite a red or anything like that. Okay. There we go, there's that. We are going to use that same color we used before on the outer part and just use that to line the top lashes. We're just going to use that to line the top part. We're not going to do bottom part at all for this, the bottom lash line. And I'm just using an angled brush, but you can use whatever you like. And just try to get it pretty close to the lash line here. And I've actually really been liking using eyeshadow as an eyeliner. It's a little bit softer than like a cream or a pencil liner. And it's kind of easier to fix if you mess it up too. We are just going to put a little bit of mascara on. And I'm just using up an e.l.f. one. It's lengthening and defining mascara. This is vegan too. But, you know, use the more natural looking mascara. This one isn't quite black. It is like an off black brown, which will look nicer with this look. A little less harsh. And you can curl your lashes too if you want. I don't really want to today. But just keep them nice and soft. We'll just do a little bit at the bottom too, but not too harsh or anything. I'm just using an angled brush, and we're just going in with the powder. We're not doing anything else to the brows, just lightly defining. And her brows weren't too thin, so I think for spring it's going to be okay having a little bit thicker eyebrows, so I'm just going to leave mine as is. I usually like having thicker eyebrows, actually. I think it defines the face really nicely. And it's not as much work to maintain as if you're going for a really thin eyebrow. Okay, just real simple. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Candid Coral Blush. And just any fluffy brush will work. I'll just do this Ego Tools one. And we're not doing the apples of our cheeks with this. We are going to do like we would with a contour, but with our blush. So just kind of sculpt it out a little bit. And we won't need to contour with bronzer or anything, because this really defines the face really nicely too. So if you're not a huge bronzer fan, if you apply your blush like this, it does help contour the face. Okay, so just blend that out, make sure it's nice and even. There we go. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Conditioning Lip Balm in, I think it's Blissful Berry, and I'm mixing that with e.l.f.'s Mineral Lipstick in Party Pink. This one's a little too warm, this one's a little too dark, so I think mixing them together would really make a nice color for this look. So I'm just going to start out with this lipstick as my base layer. One thing I like about these lipsticks is they are buildable. They still look really natural too. Okay, and on top I'm just going to put a little bit of this Blissful Berry, just to give it a little bit more pink. You have a little bit of a highlight in this look, so I don't really have any vegan versions that work, so I'm just going to use the eyeshadow that I use, the Geisha, and I'm just going to use my e.l.f. complexion brush just to make sure it's not too shimmery, and I'm just going to apply it like I would a normal highlighting powder. And it actually works really nicely. It's a good multitasker. And since it is a sheer white, it's not going to apply super white on the face. It's just going to give you a nice brightening effect. There's the look. It's very pretty and wearable, and it brightens the face really nicely. So if you're kind of tired of doing the really matte, dark looks of winter, this would be a good way to break out of that shell